You're saying...
Yes.
Let's talk about...
Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of our paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so smart, how come they lose so goddamn always?
Jeff Daniels brings up a good point. Despite being seen as the intellectual party and getting a majority of the college-educated vote, Democrats just can't seem to get ahead. While I could make a whole movie about why Democrats have this reputation, this video will focus on a simple case study and show how Democrats left themselves in an easily avoidable position using basic game theory. So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy. Why liberals lose so goddamn always. This event took place back in December of 2016 in the state of North Carolina. Then Governor-elect Roy Cooper had negotiated a deal between the congressional Republicans and Democrats. If the Democrats repealed an anti-discrimination law in the city of Charlotte, then the Republicans would repeal the infamous HB 2, known widely as the bathroom bill. The Democrats held up their end of the deal, and repealed all provisions that the GOP had taken issue with. Then, when it came time for the GOP to hold up their end, they claimed that the Democrats had not actually met their conditions and refused to repeal HB 2. The result? Charlotte was stripped of its anti-discrimination legislation, and the bathroom bill remained in place. I'll say it up front. The Democrats should not have taken that deal, and there's a very simple logical reason. To explain, I'll bring up a decision matrix. This is a very simple device used to decide which is the best decision to make when there are two parties with two choices. In this case, the two parties are the Democrats and the Republicans, and the choices are whether to follow or not follow the agreement. This leaves four potential situations. One where the parties both follow, one where the parties both don't follow, and two where one party follows but the other doesn't. Each tile has two segments, one that shows the gains of the Democrats and one that shows the gains of the Republicans. Let's bring up the Democrats first. In this case, the number 0 represents a stalemate, where neither party does better or worse. The -1 means that Democrats give something up, while the Republicans gain something. Lastly, the +1 means that the Democrats gain something, while the Republicans give something up. For example, you can see that if the Republicans followed the agreement, but the Democrats didn't, the Democrats would have a score of +1. Now let's bring up the Republican side. In the same case, the Republicans would have a -1, as they give something up while getting nothing in return. However, the real situation is on the other side, with the Democrats following the agreement and the Republicans not following. Therefore, the Democrats have a -1 and the Republicans have a +1. To get a better idea of why following the agreement was such a bad idea, let's take a look at the numbers. To start, here's the column that represents the two possible outcomes if the Democrats follow the agreement. In the best case scenario, they gain nothing. In the worst case scenario, they lose something. Now let's look at the scenarios if they don't follow the agreement. In the best case scenario, they gain something, and in the worst case scenario, they lose nothing. Therefore, no matter what the Republicans do, it is in the Democrats' best interest to not follow the agreement. Now obviously, there is more nuance to this than I've presented here. Public opinion is a big deal in politics, and backing out of this deal did not help the Republicans immensely on that front. On top of that, if both sides had legally signed on to this deal, then the risk of not following the agreement would have been greater than the reward. However, this is an example of the Democrats using trust over basic logic. If the Democrats want to win back some of the seats that they have lost over the last 8 years, they're going to have to stop letting their guard down and start fighting back. Thank you for watching.